Hey guys, Mix here, and in today's video we're going to be making the first ever totally working video in the new shop, and we're going to be starting off with the half-scale NasKar. So this thing was a little bit of a tight squeeze to get in here, but since I'm only going to be working on this side of it, I pushed it over all the way to the side so I have all this working space to walk around. Since the last video when I showed you guys the new shop, I did go ahead and add just a couple more things. So you guys probably just noticed these little floor mats I got at Harbor Freight. One of you guys actually commented about them, and I went to go look at them, and now I have them, so shout out to you for telling me about them. Just to protect the wood floors and everything if there's any oil leak or gas leak or anything like that. But today, we are going to be finally putting on the bigger sprocket. So as you all know from the last video with the NasKart, I thought I had a bigger split sprocket, because when I bought it, it came with two, the one that was on and then another one. And the one that wasn't on it was supposed to be a little bit bigger for more lower end torque, and this has no torque at all. It's all really top end. So I wanted to go ahead and get a bigger sprocket so we could try and do donuts and burnouts or whatever in the snow, because winter is coming and winter is here basically. And after taking off the older sprocket, if you guys remember, I ended up figuring out that they were both 74 tooth sprockets. So I went ahead and got a 85 tooth sprocket. I'm hoping that'll be enough, and then if not, I'd probably go ahead and switch out the clutch, because the clutch has a ton of teeth on it. Probably swap it to a 12 tooth or something. So let's go ahead and take the new sprocket out of the packaging, see how it looks, and then we'll go ahead to putting it on and hopefully making some more power down low. Oh yeah. Here it is. Wow. That is much bigger. It's kind of hard to tell. Let me take it out of this packaging. And it was super hard to find a big sprocket like this, 85 teeth on it for a number 35 chain. So shout out to Go Power Sports for having that. Alright, this will be easier with two hands. Alrighty guys, so it is out, and this looks way bigger than the old one. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but check that out. I hope you don't have any fitting problems, but looks like all the holes line up and everything, so as long as that fits, then we should be okay. But look at that. My only fear is that the top of the sprocket is going to hit the header. So I mean, worst comes to worst, we take it off and either just go open headers, which I really don't want to do because this is already insanely loud, or just get a whole new exhaust, one that goes like that. I need a muffler anyway because it is just way too loud just like that. So I have all the bolts right here and the little plates that hold it together nice and tightly. So let's go ahead and start doing this. Last time, taking those bolts off took almost an hour just to get that out, so hopefully this takes way quicker. So let's get started. So I just finished putting on one side of the sprocket, and it does actually clear the exhaust, but the chain does not. So I am gonna have to configure the exhaust a different way, which is a little bit annoying, but I really had to get rid of this thing anyway, or at least try and get the muffler on or something, so I'm not blowing out my eardrums every time I drive it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on the other side. I'm not gonna record it just because it's probably not very entertaining to watch me tighten some bolts, but catch you guys back once the sprocket is on, and then we'll start messing around with the exhaust. And then tomorrow, because it's currently nighttime outside, we'll see how it feels. Alright, so I just finished putting on the other half of the sprocket, and everything looks really good. So now I just need to go ahead and take off this header. Hopefully they don't give me a pain because these nuts do look a little bit corroded. Probably just shoot some WD-40 on there. But then once that's off, I can see if I could put on the chain. I'm probably going to have to see if I can move the engine back, just because this sprocket is bigger and it's going to have to wrap around something bigger, which means it's going to be tighter. But we'll just see how the fitment is on that. But first, let's start off with the exhaust. Exhaust is off, and there is no way this chain is going to get on without moving the engine back. I was just looking at how the setup is and everything, and honestly, I don't even know if it can move back. And then when I put the exhaust this way, it's going to go straight into my ears. So I think I might be better off just going like that, to be honest, unless I need to get a longer chain, which I might just do because I could get a chain quickly locally, and I could just do that tomorrow. I'm gonna catch you guys back again tomorrow when I'm gonna go to the store, get a new chain for it, a longer one, and then we'll figure out the whole exhaust situation. Maybe I can find one at the store where the chains are sold. So anyway, I'll catch you guys then. So we were back here the next day, and I just got back from the store and got the chain and a couple master links. So I want to go ahead, put it on, see how much excess I need to cut off, and then I'll throw in the master link, see if I need tension at all, and then I guess we'll try it out. Alright, definitely a good amount of excess. Alright, so I think I found my mark of where I'm going to cut it, so I'm going to go whip out the grinder quick, grind off that link, and hopefully it is good to go from there. Hopefully it's not too short. I think that's a pretty good length. I'm going to go ahead and put on the master link now, and then I'll snap it in, and hopefully the tension's good. Alright guys, so the chain is on, but I think I put it on too tight, so that is kind of not good. But this chain, I'm pretty sure, is not pre-stretched. So I do want to go ahead and run it and see if it'll stretch out. Because if you ever put on chains on a mini bike or something before, or go-kart, you've probably noticed that it'll fall off a lot from stretching out. So I want to see if this will stretch out. So I'm just going to run it how it is right now, just up on the crate, and I'll just let the tire spin. Whoa. Good thing I had all these safety goggles, because the clutch just blew apart. That could have been from the chain being a little bit too tight. Could have not. Could have just been too rusted out. Holy, I've never seen this happen ever. Here's some of the, oh my god, there's the clutch right there. I'm not going to touch it because it's probably hot. There's the clutch basket. There's the, I guess, internals of the clutch. Wow, if my head was a little bit far forward, it hit my hair, the clutch. Wow, that is scary. So it looks like we're not gonna be riding it in today's video, because the clutch just blew apart on me. That clutch was a little bit finicky since I bought it. It was all rusted out and everything, so I needed a new one anyway, but that chain I definitely put on too tight, I think, and that's what caused the issue. So I might be ending the video here, might not. I'm gonna see what the clutches are online for this. Jeez, that is crazy. So guys, we were back here like 2 days later from the last clip, and I did go ahead and order a new clutch for that, and that should be here in a couple days. But in the meantime, since this video is a little bit short, I do want to go ahead and just work a little bit on the Solex. So last video that you guys saw with this thing was me working on it for the first time in a while, and I got so many comments saying that I was turning the engine over backwards. And that made sense to me because there's a little sign that here that says rupture, and it was facing this way, but I was turning the engine over this way. And the reason I was turning the engine over this way is because when you put the engine down to the tire and push it forward, it spins this way for some reason. So I don't know what's up with the whole wheel thing. I do want to go ahead and try to turn the engine over counterclockwise and see if that will work. Because another thing was that when I was turning the engine over, it was blowing stuff out of the carburetor instead of sucking it in. So it is reversed. But I have my drill right here with these sockets, so I'm going to place it on there and maybe it'll work. Alright, so I do want to try and do this without loosening the bolt, because I'm going in a loosening pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up on the compressor right here, because that's what you would need to do to start it. The choke is on. Let's see. pull down, it does spin over very differently. And the cylinder does feel pretty warm right now. So I guess that's pretty good. I do want to go ahead and just spray some carb clean just to see if maybe we can get the fire down the intake. Alright, let's try this again. I'm going to go ahead and pull off the spark plug and see if I see any fuel in there. Then if I do, then I will know that we are getting fuel sent from the gas tank to the combustion chamber. Jeez, this is on tight. Let's see how this looks. It's wet. I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it has like this brown type of mud looking stuff on it. So I'm going to clean that off, probably retest for spark, and then retry trying to fire it up. But I guess that's a good sign of life. Alright, it's all cleaned up. I do not see any spark. So I just cleaned up the spark plug a little bit more, and now... So go ahead, put it back in, tighten it up, and give her another shot. Alrighty, so it did fire. I'm guessing that the cylinder filled up with all that nasty old stuff again and got fouled out, so I'm going to take out the spark plug again and see if that's our culprit. So the spark plug once again has all that nasty stuff on it, and the cylinder is filled with it. You guys probably can't see it. So you can see that little puddle in there. So I think I might just turn over the engine a little bit while the spark plug's out and try and get all of that junk out of there. Then I'll clean up the spark plug again and then try for a third time. Nothing that time. So I am happy that I was able to get it to fire on that second time, I think it was. That time it didn't work. It keeps filling up with all that nasty mud-like old oil type substance. I don't know. I might just need to keep doing this process until all of that stuff is out, because this engine has not ran in years. So that could be like really, really old fuel oil mixture since like 20 years ago. So I think I'm going to be ending the video here because it's probably not that entertaining watching me doing this process over and over again. So hopefully that clutch for the half-scale NasKar gets here soon, and then hopefully the Solex is running soon as well. So sorry if it seemed like we didn't get a lot done in this video, but you know, parts break, stuff doesn't work. It's all part of mechanics. So just gonna wait for the new parts to get here, and then we'll be having fun again. But anyway guys, follow my social medias. They will be on the outro of this video. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, tell your friends about the channel.